lean athletic body type is the most attractive to women, and if you don't believe me, take their word for it.
I think the lean / athletic look on a man is way sexier than the bodybuilder type.
I prefer more toned than bulky.
Toned and athletic.
Toned. Definitely toned and athletic.
And there you have it. So today I'm going to teach you which body parts you should be training to build this physique and the exact exercises that I use to help me build mine. And before we start, I'm probably going to get some hate from this, but all of these exercises I'm going to be telling you, I want you to do them every single day. And before you say, oh, what about overtraining and rest and recovery is the most important thing and all this bullshit, most of you need to look like you even train first before you worry about overtraining. Then once you look like you actually have been to a gym before, then we'll talk about how to progressively overload them. But for now, just do them every single day. So now that we got that out of the way, starting off with number one, you probably all saw this coming, but it's the six pack. All the clips you see about women saying that they love dad bods, it's a bunch of horse shit. Any woman you would genuinely consider marrying and would consider having your children is going to tell you this: she wants a man with a six pack. And the way we build this is very simple. Obviously, you need to be lean enough for your abs to be able to show, but once you get there, the only two exercises that I do for my abs are L-sits and hanging leg raises or hanging knee raises. And the reason I love to do L-sits is because just by holding a static position like this for 30 seconds to a minute, your entire core will be on fire. Now, if you can't do a full L-sit yet, here are some ways that you can regress it, which will help you build the strength to eventually be able to do the full L-sit.
First up is the bent leg sit, then the single leg tuck, obviously make sure to do both legs, then the full tuck, then the single leg L sit, again with each leg, and finally the full L sit.
For these, I like to just do one set to failure every single day. And like I said, 30 seconds to a minute is all you need for this one, and your core will be burning like you've never felt it before. The second exercise I like to do is hanging leg raises or hanging knee raises. The reason I like these is because when you're hanging from the bar, your core is going to be completely stretched out. And when you bring your leg or your knees up, every part of your core has to work in order to contract and bring itself back in. For these, you can do sets of 10, 20, 25, however many you can do per set without swinging and while keeping proper form. But I usually like to shoot for anywhere between 50 and 100 total reps per day in as few sets as possible. Then moving on to the next body part is your lats. Having wider lats is going to make your waist look smaller by default, and it's going to give you that V-taper look, which is significantly more attractive than if you were to look like a Roblox character, for example. And the king of all lat exercises, I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's wide grip pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups yet, use bands for assistance, or don't be afraid to use the assisted pull-up machine at your gym. Even me, someone who can do 20 pull-ups straight in one set, even I will use the assisted pull-up machine sometimes if I ever find myself at a gym, and I'll use that machine to go to failure and even past failure to get the best muscle hypertrophy. Then after our lats, the next muscle group you want to be focusing on is your shoulders. The only two exercises I use for them are loo raises and a variation of handstand push-ups. The loo raises are better than normal lateral raises in my opinion because you have more range of motion, and they're also extremely beneficial for your shoulder health. And you don't need a lot of weight for these. I use about 10 to 15 pounds per hand for sets of 10. But for you starting out, I would recommend using about 5 pounds and going for a bit higher reps until you get used to doing the exercise properly. Then you can start increasing the weight over time. And then for the handstand push-ups, if you can't do handstand push-ups yet, do pike push-ups, or if you want to use weights, then you can use standing overhead presses with either dumbbells or a barbell. The second to last muscle group you want to be focusing on to build an attractive physique is your arms. Obviously, we all want bigger arms, but the mistake I see a lot of people make is that they overcomplicate their arm training. Everyone talks about hitting all the heads of the bicep and all the heads of the tricep and all this shit, and yeah, you can do that, and yeah, that might work, but Mike Mentzer famously said,
"Why not build a 20-inch arm first, then worry about the details?"
So with that being said, we're only going to be doing one exercise per muscle group for the arms. Straight bar curls for the biceps and straight bar pushdowns for the triceps. For the biceps, you can use either a barbell or a cable machine, and it's going to be the same thing with the triceps. And last but not least, the final muscle group, which I don't see a lot of people talk about, which is your neck. The neck is one of those muscle groups that doesn't get the recognition I think it deserves, because having a thick neck makes you look significantly more masculine than if you were to have a skinny pencil neck. For this, we're going to be doing neck crunches, which all you have to do is lie either on the floor or on a bench and have a towel or something on your forehead so you don't get marks on your face, but then you're going to put a plate on the towel and crunch your neck up. If you've never done these before, just start with no weight until you can do 25 reps comfortably, then begin adding load a little at a time. And as a bonus for making it this far in the video, the upper chest is one of the best muscle groups you can improve on to look significantly more attractive, because it's going to make your chest look fuller And even when you're wearing shirts, it's going to pop out through the collar if you build it up enough. For the upper chest, if you want to do calisthenics, you can do decline push-ups. And if you want to use weights, the incline press is the way to go. So those are all the muscle groups that women find most attractive. And like I mentioned before, pick a version of each muscle group and do it every single day. And I can guarantee you that you will have that lean, athletic physique in no time, my friend. And before I let you go, if you have any specific questions related to your goals, whether it's on training, whether it's on nutrition or mindset, click the top link in the description and sign up for a one-on-one coaching call with me. And the first 10 people to do so will get my calisthenics masterclass for completely free. I hope this one helped. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.